Here's a little updated video. The hopper's built, it's running smooth, it's adjustable so I can swing it. Feed's going good, table's running smooth. 3 100-gallon cisterns and 150-gallon cistern. 1 quart bucket there, 3rd quart bucket here, 2 quart bucket here. And then we'll be ready for the 4x8 table and the spiral column, which will be hopefully within the next month or so. And then we're adding a screen to that way we won't have to classify this next run, and we can just run it. Classification is important, so let me reiterate that. You do want to classify as much as you can, but given the press time that we have, we're not going to do that. We're going to collect all the big gold up here on that screen. Any bigger pieces of gold will get caught there, and then we can just run all the material single crush through the double roller and then not have to worry about it. So things are going good. Table's running real smooth. Eventually what we're going to do is we're going to put a 525-gallon cistern here, another 525-gallon cistern there, so that way there's it'll be 2, so that's another 1,100 gallons of water, or 1,050 gallons of water. And then the pump will be down below. That'll pump all the way up. We'll hard pipe it in 2-inch, so that way we're not using a lay flat hose like we are now. We'll go from the 2-inch. The 2-inch will get teed off to feed the hopper and the small table, and then it'll continue over to the sump and the spiral column and the 4x8. And so that'll get teed off to from 2 to 1 inch for the table, and then 2-inch straight feed for the spiral column and sump. And then we're going to put a hopper that's going to hold about 75 gallons of material. That'll auto feed into the sump, get up to the spiral column, and then deliver everything to the prospective areas. Now the 2nd and 3rd quart of the column will have a long sluice box that'll go into this trough here. It'll go all the way down at probably an 1/8 inch per foot. We're going to flatten it out a little bit, so that way any fine gold that comes through that 2nd quart of that spiral column will get captured in that sluice box. So that's going to have to be commissioned and built because I wanted a certain length and then a certain width. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line that with several different types of matting. The very beginning is going to be the micro mat, dream mat, and then from there it'll go probably carpet and expanded metal from there down to the bottom. When it starts getting down closer to this cistern, this first cistern for the tailings, I'm going to have it go from say 10 inches wide. It's going to widen all the way out to 24, so it'll flare, and then that 24 inch will be expanded metal and carpeting, but that'll slow down the water. We'll put a piece of rubber matting on top to slow the water down in different sections, so that way it's a nice even flow through that sluice. And if there's any gold that does get lost in that spiral column, it'll get caught in that sluice box. And then the 1 quart of the spiral column will go to the 4x8. Those concentrates will be ran through this table, and it'll be upgraded real nicely. So it'll be spiral column to the table, which is an upgrade itself, and then from the table to this table will be another upgrade. The spiral column will do roughly around 15 tons, 20 tons to 1 ton of concentrate. So it'll move the material through that spiral column. It'll take 20 tons and condense it down to a ton, and then it'll go across the table that table will effectively take that 1 ton and condense it down to, you know, maybe a quarter of a bucket of high grade. And then it'll get upgraded one more time through here. So it'll be either straight smeltable gold or if it accumulates fast enough to where we're accumulating too much concentrates, then we'll save a bucket for here, do the smelting, and then we'll take all the other concentrate buckets and send them out to Just Refining in Nevada. And I think that'll be the proper way to do it until we can upgrade the system again. The property's pretty good size, but all my animals are in the back there, so I don't want to flood them out. Nor do I want to take the equipment out that far. So I want to try to keep everything pretty close to here. But we'll work on that as time moves on. Eventually, I like to get a bigger property on like 2.5 acres and set up a proper mill site with a ball mill and a couple of spiral columns, like a circuit, so that we're running a circuit of four spiral columns, the 2 big 15-foot tables. Those will split off to an 8-foot table or a single 15-foot table, and then it'll go to this final 2x4 for the final concentrate. So everything's progressing. Once we start opening up other mines, we are going to have to upgrade all the equipment, and we'll have to have that bigger property for sure, because we're going to be running way too much material than what the current system is going to be able to handle. But that's not a bad thing. So we'll keep plugging along. That's my update. I'm back in business, doing this for a cryptocurrency called TGT, and some of the profits of the gold mine goes to the holders of the cryptocurrency. So it's a really good project. It's kind of a dual project, cryptocurrency / mining, profit share type deal. We have NFTs that are stakeable. They're called the Grumpy Miner series. You can buy those for 0.3 BNB or on the BSC chain. Those will be stakeable here very soon, within a week. And those will earn you $6.25 each per month. So they're kind of expensive right now because BNB has gone up. But the rate of return is not bad. You get your ROI in about a year and 2 months. So it's a better return than anything else, anywhere else that I've seen. Anyways, that's the final setup for now. Everything's running smooth. So take care, everybody.